So for this one, we're going to use orange thread. Okay, and this fly uses 3 materials: thread, elk hair, and rubber legs. So basically, I'm just going to wrap the whole body with orange thread. And this will take a little while, but I'm trying to make touching wraps so that it covers up all of the hook shank. Cover it right back to the bend there. There's a little bit of thread which is sticking, so we'll just get rid of it. Now, if I wanted to be complicated, I could do a lot more with this. I could put on a dubbed body. I could put on a tail. But the original pattern just calls for this. This is the body. Okay? It is a suggestion of orange. It is not a big, thick body. Okay? What you get the suggestion of mass from the elk hair. And you get motion, lots of motion from the rubber legs. So I'm going to wrap this back to approximately there, which is about the quarter point, I think, quarter back from the eye. Okay, so that's all you do for the body. This is the original pattern. You didn't do anything else. All you're doing was putting a suggestion of color. If you're doing a golden stone, you'd use yellow thread. Okay. Now I have to get my elk hair. With this one, of course, you need more hair than with the little one, and you need much longer hair. So I'm going to use this elk hair, and what I do is I start off with about 2 pencil widths of hair, so about so much. And this has lots of under fur and lots of short hairs, and that's all. Just try to quickly get this out of here. I used to have a comb, but I lost it. Not like a real comb, but a tiny little like mustache comb. I don't know where it went to. Put it down someplace. Lost it. And that made it a little easier and a little faster to do this. If you blow on it a little bit, sometimes you can blow some of the under fur out, or blow it over that side and pick it out. Okay. Now with this one, I'm gonna even up both the tips and the butts, so we're gonna end up losing a lot more of this stuff as well, because it's not all at consistent length. So I'm trying to straighten this out. Here's a secret. Okay, this took me 2 years to figure out on my own, and it was like a light went off. Usually, what I do when I pull the stuff out, I pull it out like this. Okay, and then, but I don't want to tie it in this way. I want to tie it in forward and bring it back. So turn it around. I can see you're not impressed.
2 years?
Yeah, I'm a slow learner, very slow learner. So there are the tips fairly evened out.
Was that before or after you retired?
Oh, this was a long time ago. This was a long time ago. It also took me 2 years to find out how to do whip finish. Okay, so now what I want to do is I want to try to get this longer than the hook shank by about 2 gaps. So this is where I'm going to lose a lot of these hairs because some of them just aren't long enough. So if I grab there, a little bit further. Okay, that's good. All those ones which aren't long enough to make the grade, I pull out. Okay, so I'm ending up with a lot less than I started with. Okay, now left-handed cutting is sort of difficult for me, but I can do it. I've learned how to do it.
Yes, but we're the only ones that are in the right line,
Yeah. You know why they call them sinister people, don't you?
though. No, I don't.
Okay. Because they're evil. Hmm? Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to get this started there, like that,
Yeah, I'm good with that.
and then wrap over top. And this gets sort of messy because I'm trying to keep it sort of together. Are there any other left-handers? What?
Watch what you're doing.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
Put your glasses on.
Maybe I should. Okay, there.
I think you have one wrap in front of the eye.
I do?
I think so.
Well, we'll fix that by tightening up on
He's a
it.
pro.
Okay, so what we do is we're going to wrap this in. We want the hair to be sort of spread so that it's all, not quite all around the hook shank, but at least all around the top of the hook shank. So now we're going to wrap this down really, really tightly. Okay, try to avoid wrapping too much of this stuff down because that's what we need for the wing. And this is where some of these hairs are just not going to make the grade. They'll be cut out. So, take it back to there. Make tight wraps.
What thread are you using?
This is 6/0. So you want the thicker stuff. What I find with the thinner thread is sometimes it'll cut the hair, which is no good.
Do you ever use 3-0?
I have, but I like the uni thread, and the 3/0 uni thread I don't like.
Yeah.
It's too I don't know.
That's not like the other unit.
It's not like the other uni threads. Yeah, exactly. So if it was like the other uni threads, I'd probably use it more. Okay, so there's that. This is where we're going to tie this in. So we take this and we're going to make a half bullet head. It's not turning out to be quite as long as I wanted it to be, but we're going to wrap that down, make a little collar there. So, looking at this, I think it could have been. I could have used longer hair, but oh well. So there's the thing. You notice how it's flared out over top there, and so the orange there, it gives a suggestion of orange, okay. But it's not all orange. It's not a big orange clump there. Okay, so then we use hackle, rubber hackle. Okay, now when I first started tying these things, the rubber hackle, the only rubber hackle that we could find or that we could buy at that point was this horrible stuff. Okay, this stuff is flat. you can divide it out and split it out, but in cross section it's basically sort of a square. Ugly, ugly stuff. Everybody said, "Oh, you gotta use the round stuff. The round stuff is best." This was available in 3 colors: black, white, and brown. Okay, only colors available. Okay, and then we started getting the round stuff, and the round stuff came out, and it was in orange and yellow too, in addition to black, white, and brown. And now you've got every color under the rainbow, plus flecks and stripes and everything you can imagine in rubber hackle. So come a long ways in rubber hackle. And we came that ways because the people in the bass tour were using spinnerbait skirts out of rubber hackle. And they just, somebody eventually realized, hey, we could use the same stuff and sell it to fly fishermen. Or more. So the stuff I like to use, which I haven't lost yet, for this fly is this stuff, and I think it's called pumpkin speckle or something like that. I don't know whether it's better or not. But, okay. So I cut off 2 pieces of this. This is already separated for me nicely. And I always cut it in, tie it in long and do it. So I want it pretty long in the back and not quite so long in the front. So basically I'm tying the 2 pieces together like that, and then I'm going to take this and I'm going to tug these over here a little way. And these over here a little way. Okay, these ones I'm going to put a little lower than the horizontal axis. These ones I want to put a little higher than the horizontal axis. So give you a sense of that. Because thread torque is going to move them a little bit. Okay, can't help it. Bunch of wraps there, and you can do this with a whip finish tool if you have one of those big Mattarellis, but I just basically use the hand thing. Okay, so the back legs look about right to me, and the front legs I want to grab them together.
Do you put glue on there eventually or don't bother?
Yes, I do. That's an important step. Thanks for mentioning it. Okay, so there it is. That is the X of the Madam X. And really, really nice, simple pattern to tie. Easy. Okay? Now, when I glue it, I'm going to glue the thread wraps here. I'm going to glue the head around here. I'm going to glue up here. And then turn it over and also glue all of this side as well. So there's lots of glue on it, and that holds it together better. Okay? Now, if you wanted to, and the problem that some people have with this pattern is that they can't see it on the water because it sits way too low, and maybe they can see the legs sticking up every now and again. You could tie on a little indicator piece of foam or yarn or something on top of there so that you could see it easier.